Now, this person invested $1,889 and will be getting $2,069 in 14 days. The same person used $2,663 and will be getting $2,770 within 7 days. And then finally, with the same account, he invested $855 and will be getting $889 within 7 days. And this is not Ponzi scheme, guys, or some online scams. If you follow this channel for a little bit of time now, you will know that we don't promote Ponzi schemes or scam projects here. I saw this investment opportunity and I did my research and saw that it's a very good project that one can use to make some side income of up to 24% profit monthly without doing any work or trading or any kind of hard work. Believe me, guys, just stick around with me to the end of this video and I'll be sharing with you my discoveries about this platform. I'll show you all the steps I took to confirm that it's not scam. I'll also show you my own transactions within the same system and transactions of other investors. And I'll be letting you in on my plans on how to mitigate risk even as the day passes by. Now, what's this system? It's a PancakeSwap liquidity pool where different liquidity providers all over the world contribute certain amount of USDT or USDC to a liquidity pool through a smart contract for a certain period of time and then gets rewarded whether daily, weekly or monthly. Now, this is the platform, Bitnest. I'll leave a link to the website in the description of this video. Make sure you use that link and don't go to the wrong website to avoid losing your funds. Now, the platform currently has a liquidity of $21.5 million, both for leasing, savings, etc. Now, the next thing is for us to actually prove whether this platform is actually legit or scam. Now, click on that liquidity, that's the $21.5 million. It will take you directly to the BSC scan page where we can verify if truly we have liquidity in this contract. Now, there's the contract page. We'll scroll down to see if there's liquidity in this pool. Now, the total token held in this contract is currently $19.491 million. We can also see that we have most of the funds in BSC USDT, about $15.79 million. And then we have $3.7 million in USDC. You can either invest USDT or USDC. Now, pay attention to this contract address. We'll try to verify these two. Now, the next thing to do is to prove the legitimacy of this smart contract. So we'll go over to PancakeSwap to actually confirm if we can find this liquidity pool directly from PancakeSwap. So now we are on the official website of PancakeSwap, which is pancakeswap.finance. So then come over to the end section, then hover to the farm/liquidity section. We allow it to load. And when it loads up, we scroll down to where we have all pools, then all networks, then deselect all networks. So we only search for BNB smart chains. Then you go to all token section and only select USDT. That's all. So we'll now scroll down till we find USDT/USDC. Those are the pairs for this smart contract. Now, here they are. So if you look to the right, you will see that the liquidity is also $19.478 million. So let's click on that. Here is what we have. Here is the USDT/USDC liquidity pool on PancakeSwap. You can look this up yourself. So take a look at the contract address, take a look at the TVL, and then exactly the same with what I showed you earlier. Look at this. And look at this. So I had to double check this myself to be sure. So the values of USDT and USDT are also the same. So you can see that for yourself. Also take a closer look at the contract address. Now let's scroll down to see some of the transactions. So see this, $150 was just added to this pool about 2 minutes ago. Now let's click the contract address. We then scroll down to see if we can find the transaction. We'll search for the loop transactions. We have some of them here, but let's take this recent one that took place about 2 minutes ago. We click this receiving contract address. When it opens, we scroll down, then navigate our way to tokens transfers. Then look for the transaction that took place 2 to 3 minutes ago. So that's this one, exactly $150. That's it. The same address also invested $210 few seconds ago. So you can see that that's the receiving address. It's the same address ending with F3121. So let's confirm that it's the same one on the BSC scan we saw earlier. So you can see it's exactly the same. So you can see that for yourself. You can as well click the receiving address. It will take you to the same BSC scan page. See that for yourself. So please do your own due diligence to also verify all this. So you don't have to take my word for it. Everything is exactly the same. Now on the BSC scan page for this receiving contract address, let's see the internal transactions. So the age of this smart contract is about 699 days as at the time of recording this video, and this was deployed on PancakeSwap pool. You can take time to go through all these steps one after the other to confirm all of this yourself. I don't just jump on projects, I make sure they are verified to be legit. So but we still have to pay attention to one thing. One key indicator will tell me if something becomes fishy along the line or if I need to stop reinvesting. So please stick with me to the end of this video and I'll be letting you know exactly what I'll be looking out for to tell me when to leave this project and maybe move on to another project. Now, so let's go back to the home page of this website to see if we can find some more proofs. Now on the home page, you can check the white paper, but we'll specifically go into the security audit. When it opens up, scroll down to page 10. We'll find out that the contract creator revoked or renounced the admin role to this contract. That implies that the creators of this smart contract cannot mutilate or change it. They can't be manipulated anymore. So click on this link here. It leads to the BSC scan page. There you can see that on the 28th of May, 276 days ago, the admin role to the contract was revoked. So that's the proof, guys. You can also come back to this security audit, then scroll down to page 5. You see this link. That's the code base for Bitnest for this contract. So there you find the Bitnest contract source codes. So if you're a programmer or you have a friend that understands how to read this, you can go through all these jargons to see if there are hidden flaws that I could not see. And you can take your time to go through everything yourself, guys. So the next step I took to verify this business model was to go over to D.Fi. So D.Fi is a DeFi portfolio tracker that offers a lot of services in the Web3 space. But one important thing it does is to help you verify any smart contract. So at the bottom left corner of the screen, you see where it says scanner. So click on it. When it opens up, come over to this search bar and paste that same contract address, the same one that has all the funds in it, this same one that has the $19 million. So you can see the contract here, Pancake version 3 pool. So click on it. It has about 82% score. So let's see why. You can see the contract info, the date it was created and the age of the contract. The contract owner is unknown because it has now been revoked or renounced. So as you saw in the previous proofs. So okay, so let's scroll down. Now I see why it didn't get to 100% score. It doesn't have token pair functionalities, or the token pair interface is not standard. So which is not so important in my own opinion. It's not a showstopper. So maybe less attention was paid to the interface of the token pairs. So you can read more about that if you want. So the next thing is ticked good. No vulnerable withdrawal functions found. No re-entry risk found. No locks detected. Verified source code found. Contract cannot be upgraded. No ERC20 approval vulnerability found. Contract owner cannot abuse the approvals. No blocking loops found. Wallets cannot be blacklisted from specific contracts functionalities. No functionality can be paused. No suspicious LP tokens was approved. No approval restrictions. No vulnerable ownership found. No retrievable ownership. Contract was not deployed recently. No mixer utilized. No previous scam by the owner's wallet, and so on and so forth. So just take your time to see every of these other functions were ticked right. So it's spot on, guys. It's spot on. You can go on and on and on. Very good remarks in my own opinion. Aside the interface, everything else was spot on. So now let me take you through how to get started with this opportunity in case you are convinced as I am and you are willing to invest. So I've deposited some BNB into my MetaMask for fees, and I've also deposited $100 into this wallet, which I'm going to be investing for the purpose of this video. So you can use MetaMask or any other wallet you can trust, and make sure it's a wallet different from where all your crypto portfolio is stored. Not because I don't trust the platform, but because that's usually my first safety precaution for any project I'm trying out for the first time. So make sure you have enough BNB deposited, because it will be used for transaction fees both when you are investing and when you are receiving your profits and capital into your wallet after the duration of your investment. So now go to the browser section of the app. You can use your mobile phone or PC for this. So now copy the link in the description of this video so you don't make any mistake of going to the wrong website. But make sure you watch this video to the end before you proceed, so you don't make any mistakes. So don't skip any part, guys. Now, when you use that link, you'll be brought to the Bitnest official website. This is the current liquidity in this pool as at the time of recording this video. The beauty of this business model is that even if this site goes down or is hacked, your funds are safe in the liquidity pool on PancakeSwap. As soon as you've added your funds to the liquidity pool, there's nothing else you need to do. After the duration in which you kept the funds in the pools elapse, your profit and capital will be sent directly to the same wallet you used to add the funds. Enough of the explanation, guys. Let me show you how to add your funds. So make sure you've connected your wallet. Now scroll down to where you have Bitnest Loop. That's what we're interested in amongst all other services they provide. Now click join and allow it to load up. You should see your USDT or USDC balance here. For the UK or US audience, you can use USDC. Mind you, you can have as many accounts as possible. So in this particular account, just for testings, I invested as little as $3 here to get $3.28 in 2 weeks, and invested $50 here to get $62 in 28 days. So you can choose a duration between a day, 7 days, 14 days, 24 days with different returns. Now with this my $100, I should get $124 in 28 days time. So you can scroll down to check all the other details. The next thing to do is to hit circulation. Then we have this pop-up asking me to confirm this transaction. So take your time to confirm the transaction before you hit confirm. So we'll be charged $100.50. The 50 cents is the fees taken from the BNB deposited. So also use this as a guide when doing yours. Have enough for fees. When the funds will be returning to your wallet, you will also need fees to have them come back into your wallet, and you might not be online at that time when it drops. So we'll now hit confirm and wait for the transaction to be submitted. So now we scroll down to see if we can find our orders. Here it is, 28 days counting down. So all you need to do now is to wait for the expiration of the days, after which your capital and profit will be deposited directly into your wallet. Remember guys, it's not Bitnest sending you this money. Neither are they the ones you are sending your money to. There's no human being somewhere controlling your funds. It's in the smart contract liquidity pool, and it's automated, garbage in, garbage out, guys. So now let's go over to our wallet homepage. We don't have the $100 here anymore, so it's now deposited into the pool. Now let me see whether MetaMask recorded the transaction history. Click on the Tether USD. I'll then scroll down. There you go. We then click on the sent USDT. So there you have it, guys. I'll just cross my leg and wait for the funds to hit my wallet after 28 days. Then I can choose to either reinvest or walk away with my profits. So this is not financial advice, guys. I'm just showing you what I found to be profitable, and hopefully you could also gain a lot from it too. I'll update you guys when some of these funds drop. By the way, I tested the 7-day plan with a little money and it was received into my wallet directly. I'll show you guys that later on. I'll not also forget to keep my promise of telling you guys the indications I'm looking out for to let me know when to exit this pool. But before then, let me show you some other transactions from some friends. I got some motivations from them also. So you can see this account, $1,889 was invested for a 14-day duration to receive $2,069 with just 3 days left. Over there, $2,663 will be given $2,770 for a 7-day duration. $855 will give $889 for 7 days duration. In this other account, all the funds were invested for the 28 days duration with different amounts. As fund drops, you can repeat the process to reinvest if interested. So reinvestment is not automated, guys. You have to do that manually. When the funds drop, you can then repeat the same process and reinvest whatsoever you have been given. Now let me show you the 7 days duration I took that reflected in my account directly. I wanted to see how the funds returned to the account, so I tried $2 for just 7 days. Here's the pending transaction. I recorded this when it was a day before. Now the following day I checked the $2, but it was no longer in the pending orders, but was now reflecting directly in my wallet. Now let's go over to the wallet homepage to see if we can check the transaction history and how it looks. So click on the Tether USD, scroll down to see if we can find anything. And now here is the received USDT. We now click on it to see the details. So here it is, guys. You can test it for yourself even with $1 just to see how it goes, and then when you're convinced or satisfied, you can invest more. So let me take you over to the PC view of this website and explain the different profit potentials of this investment. So now here on the PC version, now don't forget to connect your wallet at the top right corner. But let's say you want to invest $1,000 for a period of 1 day. You'll get $4 profit after 24 hours. That's a 0.4% profit. Investing for a 7-day period will give 4% return of $40. Investing for a 14-day period will give 9.5% profit. That's $95. And a 24-day period of investment will give 24% profit of $240 with a $1,000 capital. If you want yours daily and you want a sizable income, you will need to invest up to $10,000 or more to be able to get up to around $40 profit or more daily. And then if it's for a 7-day period, you will have $400 and so on and so forth, guys. So this platform also offers some other services like savings, where you can save your funds and get rewards, leasing, where you can get some loans provided you have some collaterals. All this will be covering in subsequent videos, but our focus on this video is the loop section. Now to the moment you all have been waiting for. So what are the indications I'll be looking out for to exit this liquidity pool? My eyes will directly be on the liquidity. The liquidity in the pool will be my focus, guys. So this figure here, the $21 million, and more importantly, this one here on the BSC scan, the $19 million. Before investing or in reinvesting my funds, I'll make sure there's enough liquidity in this pool. When I begin to see anything less than $2 million or $5 million, I'll begin to back out. It just tells me that people are no longer interested in this pool and that many investors are beginning to pull out their money without any interest of reinvesting. That will also tell me that there are no new investors coming in anymore. So that's going to be my exit indicator, guys. So a student once chatted me up and asked, how is Bitnest getting this money they are paying? And it might not be sustainable. It might crash maybe in the future. That's actually a good question. So your question might be, how on earth is this profit made? And can it really be sustainable? So the first thing you need to know is that Bitnest was just a platform that initiated this idea or created this smart contract, and they have revoked ownership of the contract from the research we made. So no one is in custody of your funds. It's in the liquidity pool, and it's only interacting with different wallet addresses, and funds are only sent to each wallet based on one's investment earnings after the stipulated number of days. The only issue I might have is if there is a whale somewhere within this pool who has invested so much and has also made so much money over the months and years and is now ready to pull out all his own share of the funds completely. And that's why I'll be checking up on the liquidity from time to time to ensure that it's growing steadily and it's not having a massive drawdown. It's just like crypto, where there are whales, and when they pull out their funds, the market could crash. So I'll be paying attention to the liquidity. So if you want me to add you up to my free Telegram community where I'll be updating you guys on all the discoveries I'll be making on this project and when I might be exiting or other projects like this, because there are many of them, use the link in the description of this video to invest in this pool, especially when you're convinced, and then chat me up afterwards on Telegram so I could add you up to the community for free. All links in the description. So guys, this smart contract has been on for more than 700 days from all the researches we've made, and I think it's going to stay for much longer. But don't take my word for it, just keep your eyes on the liquidity pool. Now to the other concern of how does the profit come? I simply went to Google to ask the same question and this was its response. You can Google it out yourself. So the profit comes from a portion of the transaction fees generated whenever someone uses the pool to trade tokens. As simple as that. So now guys, with all these proofs, you might think I would sell all I have and throw in everything I have on earth on this project. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm still paying close attention to the smart contract and would only invest what I can afford to lose. And after a compound interest of my profit for a period of 3 months, I may get my capital out and maybe play around with the profits for as long as I can keep seeing that the liquidity pool is constantly increasing or at least stable. So a compound interest of your profits after you must have taken out some profits would really make you huge gains, guys. So guys, Bitnest is not my company. I don't know its owners. No one contacted me to promote this project. I just saw that it's a PancakeSwap liquidity pool, and since PancakeSwap is legit, I decided to take a deep dive into researching about the smart contract, and I think I like what I see. So let me know your thoughts in the comments if you found something I did not pay attention to or you have any other inquiries whatsoever. But